Bienvenidos al partido de hoy. Hoy se encuentran Cambio de jugadores en el Ajax. El dorsal 88, Hazard, será sustituido por el dorsal 10, Messi. Cambio de jugadores en el Ajax. El dorsal
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 18 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 99, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 22.
Ajax are still that goal to the good. Bellingham. Now that's well seen too. Messi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Pelé. Oh, that's well spotted. Raul. Looking for the run. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Probing pass. Messi gets into a good position. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Pelé in the hunt and looking threatening. And the pass is intercepted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
It's not an especially good pass, that. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Great chance! He has done it! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So there's going to be another change here. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ajax still have the cards to affect this game. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Good read, needed to be. Well, they can break here. Pedri, and that has left him in a heap. Messi, he's picked his way through. Chooses to go back. Oh, important interception. Oh, this looks sharp. Pele. That's a cute ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Chance! Oh, should have put that away.
Ah, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. That pass isn't the best. Haaland! Pele! Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
Hard to tell what he's thinking here, Peter. Surely the shot's not on, is it?
Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Looking to... Can he finish? Oh no, this does not look good. Haaland is flagged offside. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Bale. 5 minutes left on the clock. That has ended up in no man's land.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got... Oh, they could be caught out here!
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
He can run onto that. Now there's a fine ball. And the finish! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Ajax are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Ajax take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we...
Haaland! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Cleared away, and it's Cruyff. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Bayer voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, a reinforced rearguard, Peter, and a compact midfield probably suggests that they're focusing much on giving very little away. I think if you commit to that, then you really can't afford to concede, because...
Oh, what has happened here? He has found a way through. Neymar was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
Driving forward. And here's Van Basten. Veron. Messi. And it's Neymar. Searching pass he's played there. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up. The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? It's a mighty effort! And he's heaved it away. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Beckenbauer. And that is a little undercooked. De Jong. Oh, good spread. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, the ball's come loose here. It's gone out for a throw-in. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Great defending, strong and determined. Fiore. Neymar. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Now it's Shevchenko. Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Fiore. Can he get onto this? Cruyff conjures time and space where few can. Jordan Henderson couldn't squeeze it through. Cruyff. Veron. Very nearly half an hour gone here. And it's Cruyff. Neymar. And now the breakaway. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And the shot! Brilliant save from Buffon!
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Cruyff. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. De Jong puts his foot on the gas. Van Basten. That is very well defended. Cannavaro. Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Van Basten. Van Basten showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. De Jong.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Ambitious ball here. Chips it through. Buffon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
There will be 1 minute at a
That
time.
gives no quarter whatsoever. And he's picked it up out wide. Great vision. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
So off we go once more.
Coming on to replace him.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Ajax do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Back into the middle. He's gone for goal! And it's a goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Gorgeous! Just gorgeous!
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played into space. And that has put paid to that. And it's Bale. And this is Shevchenko. And Shevchenko!
Substitution in progress.
Corner number 2 then. And he's quick to get it clear again. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking for the run. Neymar, he's picked his way through.
Ajax really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ajax have reclaimed it. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Raul. Oh, well played, well played. Now, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Zanetti. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Batistuta. Veron. Van der Ven makes the interception. Neymar powering forward here. Ajax perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Batistuta. Nicely weighted ball. That's cause for mild irritation.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, delightful ball. Now it's Baron.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Baron. And that's played in low. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Batistuta! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
22, Shevchenko. Number 8,
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Number 9,
Crunching tackle.
Batistuta. Number
Now it's
10,
Bale. Batistuta.
Substitution.
Now that's well seen too. Well, the ball's gone astray. Oh, nice touch. Into the last 5 minutes. Knocks it out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? Bale. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Bale, terrific header! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to retain that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And that will be the final act. Ajax were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. These high, steep stands at Signal Iduna Park really do create an intimidating environment for every visiting side. So it's down to business here.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he, and uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
He's played it back. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's come to nothing. Neymar. Now it's Van Basten. Neymar. He is through here. Great defending, strong and determined. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Jordan Henderson did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. He's a sharp little ball here. Takes a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that. You have to expect that from everyone now.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Nice looking ball, and he was quick to react. It's a pretty loose pass. Ajax yet to have an attempt on goal. Rijkaard. Mbappe. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. That pass isn't the best.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, super find. He's shifting through the gears here. Not the most accurate pass. Looking for a runner. Howson cuts out the pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Great chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Serginho tries a shot! It's hit the upright. Decent enough try.
Well, the look on his face says it all.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, easy pickings there. Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Decent progress down the left. Serginho. Here it is, crossed in. And he's there to get it away. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And it's Van Basten. And here's Mbappe. He's beaten Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ajax with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. He gets big! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Pele. He's in a great position here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's a sharp pass. That is good alertness. No, that's been intercepted. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 55, Henderson.
So off we go once more.
Number 7,
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Kukcu.
Tries to play it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Kukcu. Oh, can he get onto this? Neymar going face to face with his great rival. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ajax different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Ajax looking to pass their way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he cuts out the supply. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Van Basten. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
60,332.
Xavi Alonso. And it's Batistuta. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Looking to play him in. De Jong tries to pass it through. Van Basten showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ajax still have the cards to affect this game. Looking for options for movement. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Van Basten.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well timed, excellent interception. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Rijkaard. De Jong. Now it's Neymar, and he's managed to get free.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Xavi Alonso. And here's Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Chance! Oh, he has stuck it into his own net.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Took a touch off the defender, and that can happen.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 11.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
He whips it across.
That's good defensive concentration.
Substitution in progress.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
Pele with a real chance here.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Griezmann! Looking for the run, and it's been played through. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Chooses to go cross-field. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Koundé carries the ball down the right. Lofted in.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. And time is up. Ajax have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. De Jong claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Searching pass he's played there. Floated through. There's the header! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Flamengo are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Passing night. Van Basten! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Jordan Henderson. Now he's off and running. That has been cut short. Chouameni. Scholes. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Azar. And that's a throw-in. Out again for a throw-in. Bayer punts it upfield. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Beckham. Chouameni. And it's Serginho. Serginho. Oh, nice touch. And it's Chouameni. Batistuta. He's in a great position here. Shot at goal! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Not the most accurate pass. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Van Basten. Hazard. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Kaká. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, this is a great... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Flamengo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Kaka. Oh, super find. And this is Batistuta. Real chance! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Teremos uma substituição.
Ajax can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Flamengo go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But
Has a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
we're talking fine margins, very fine margins.
Ajax have run the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Batistuta. That's a little off target. Quality ball. Ajax are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Now it's Batistuta. That's an imaginative pass. Van Basten. And he's well positioned here. Chance, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Flamengo blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. It's a pretty loose pass. Jordan Henderson, muscular approach does pay off here.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
And here's Van Basten. Beckham. Now it's Batistuta. And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Messi. Van Basten. And this is Hazard. Swings it across. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And that is going to be the final action of the first half.
Substituição em andamento.
So off we go once more. Ajax decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Plays it across. Buffon deals with that nice and simple. Belletti. Beckham. Well, that pass isn't the best. Scholes. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, easy pickings there. And he welcomes it in. Batistuta. Oh, the ball's come loose here. He's in space and looking for options. And that's the keeper's ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, this looks sharp. He's through here. Good ball, good take.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Kaka. Van Basten, probing pass. Kaka is flagged offside. The pass has gone astray. He's found a way through. And the shot! He has done it! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Messi to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of...
He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Ajax perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Neymar. Van Basten. No, he's not getting his way this time. Van Basten has got himself a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 18, camisa 9. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 5, camisa
Rijkaard
19.
is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's a good spell of possession, this. And it's Beckham. Opts for safety. And back to the keeper they go. Beckham tries to pass it through. Spread neatly. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Aimed beyond the defence. And he rises! Sticks it away! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Broad smiles all round.
It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. It's an inviting looking ball, that. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Looking to play him in. Oh, he's found support out wide. Beckham. Shot could be on. It's a promising position. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Beckham. Rijkaard. That's Beckham. Belletti. Can he get onto this? Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Into the last 5 minutes. De Jong. That's been cut out, well played. It's bounced back off the post. And the shot! They've done it! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Takes a shot! And he hits the net! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And time is up. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Ajax desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Vasco da Gama.
The scenery unmistakable, the atmosphere unbeatable, the noise irrepressible. Old Trafford again delivers. And already we're underway here.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
That is a brilliant interception. He can get that clear. Rijkaard. Now it's Bebeto.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rijkaard powering forward here. That has ended up in no man's land. Baresi. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Knocks it in. He's had a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Vasco da Gama with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Howson can get it clear. That has been slung wide. And this is Bebeto. Howson clears it away. Jordan Henderson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gets his head on it! Goal! Vasco da Gama! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Vasco da Gama are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Doué, and this is Van Basten.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, that is one way to stop him. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. That's a little off target. Now it's Van Basten. Cannavaro. Vasco da Gama trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Pedri did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Serginho. Baresi. He's a sharp little ball here. Gattuso. But it's Thuram. Ronaldinho. Raul going about things with real menace. Neymar. Pedri. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Van Basten. And he's away. Van Basten! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Serginho tries to play it through. He'll play through for the wide man. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, good-looking ball. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Gattuso. And it's Ronaldinho. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Just 5 minutes left until the break.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Doué. Oh, well played. Gattuso. Ronaldinho. Raul. Now that looks a decent ball. Chance here to counter. Gattuso cuts out the pass. Neymar. And here's Van Basten. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 8. Country. Number 44.
That gets things going for the second half.
Number 10.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Serginho gets over and intercepts. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now this could be a chance. Some really good ball movement. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Oh, smashing header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he welcomes it in. Face to... Can he finish? No mistake! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's Doué.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Great ball, and he's in here. And the pass is intercepted.
The attendance for this
Ajax
match
do
was
have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Bebeto. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. It's lofted through here. Doué. Raul. He's gone for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Gattuso clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Has a shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 24.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field is number 7.
The most accurate pass.
Substitution in progress.
Gattuso. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A header! Goal! Vasco da Gama! And they get themselves in front! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Vasco da Gama get themselves into the lead. No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
He won't be happy with that one. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Van Basten.
Ajax really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here. It's Van Basten! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Gattuso, well seen, saw that coming. He can run onto that. And this is Van Basten.
Ajax really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He's looking wide. And here's Messi. Chance! And that could have brought them level.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
Now it's Raul. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, can he get onto this?
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he...
And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Strong running down that left flank.
Vasco da Gama really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out.
Tries a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one. And it all...
Bullish header! It's in! Time minutes, and we're all square again! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Rijkaard. Bebeto. Fiore. Gattuso proves too strong, too smart. No way through. Fiore. And that will be it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Van Basten picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Vibrant and vivacious, there is a genuine appetite for the game here, retaining, as it does this stadium, the spirit of the grand old ground they left behind a mile away. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, Peter, I'm looking forward to seeing a player who has brought some new skills to the game, Ronaldinho. He looks one way and passes the other. Unconventional and cheeky, but always an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, he's playing beach football on the grandest stage of all.
The entertainer.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's got to be disappointed with that. Davids, spread out to the left. Davids. Jordan Henderson. Now Fiore. And he was quick to react. Davids. And it's Rivaldo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is good strength. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he's there to belt it away. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, it's Ronaldinho! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Stood up well to him there. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. A corner it is then. The Netherlands with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Big header! No, not the best of headers. Oh, they could be caught out here. Ajax are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Toure was in no mood for any of that. Rivaldo, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Searching pass he's played there.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Yaya Toure. Rivaldo going face-to-face with his great rival. And this is Pelé! And this is Rivaldo. He's got away. Pelé! Goal, the Netherlands! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
The Netherlands have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Toure is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Maldini. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's been drilled in. Messi. Ajax do have a chance to counter here. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move. So much time and space here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Gullit is always looking to break lines. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. The Netherlands have reclaimed it. Yaya Toure. Davids. Neymar. And he's worked it through. He has a look up. Van Basten unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Added time.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Rijkaard demonstrates. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Played out to the left flank. Cannavaro. Rijkaard. Messi. Oh, that's delightful. The ball has bounced loose now. He's found a way through. Ronaldinho plays it in. Ajax have a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Rivaldo has created one goal already. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Gullit. That's good running with the ball. And here's Van Basten, and he welcomes it in. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Succumbs to the
The
pressure.
attendance for this match was 62,000.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And that's a throw.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 55, Henderson. Number 7, Fiore. Number 3,
Van Basten being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
It's just beyond his reach. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Ajax are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Oh, well played, well played. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He is through here. Here comes the corner. The Netherlands have their second corner now. Climbs up big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Oh, it's come loose. Ajax are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Nice-looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. Bayer deals with that nice and simple. Time and again they are repelled. Now he's got space here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he can clear it away. Messi.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 12, Van Basten. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field, number 99,
And he's managed to get free. That has been knocked clear.
Substitution in progress.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Puskás conjures time and space where few can. And he's had a hit! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And he's there to retrieve it. Neymar. And there's green grass ahead of him. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Thuram has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Substitution.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
And it's been taken short.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half pleasures from here.
Neymar. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well struck.
Added time.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Neymar going full steam ahead down the left flank. And this is Puskos, and the shot! Just off target. Corner number 3 coming up. Guti plays it short. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class! 2 up now, and they are cruising. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Ajax perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team...